So the title sounds pretty enticing, right? How can you eat more food on the weekends and still lose weight? Well, it's kind of simple, actually. And we use a tool called calorie cycling. And basically what this means is that your calories for the day aren't as important as the calories that you eat over a week. So basically you can take your how many calories you need for a day, add it up for the 7 days of the week, and then you can split that total over the 7 days however you feel. It won't make a difference how you do it daily, so long as the total amount comes to the same, it makes no difference. So you can have some days that are really low and some that are really high. You can keep them all the same if you want to. And obviously this comes into the weekend part that I talk about, where you could have more at the weekend and just eat less in the week in order to account for it. And again, as long as the total calories for the week are the same, it will make no difference to your fat loss if you ate the same calories every single day. And obviously this is a huge thing for adherence, right? I mean, this is something that when I tell people, it just blows their mind, because you know, we enjoy going out, right? We enjoy being social, we enjoy going out for meals, going out for drinks, and you know, we tend to do that more on the weekend. And if you can still do these things and still see results, then it's a game changer, right? I mean, again, your adherence levels are likely to be so much better because you're just enjoying yourself more. But then you're also not negatively impacting your results. So a win-win situation, right? And it doesn't have to be the weekend, you know, I'll just use that as an example because that's what I think most people tend to eat more on the weekends, but you work it in your life however you feel. And that's why I've kind of linked in carb cycling to calorie cycling in this video, because they're kind of the same thing. I mean, I think for the majority of people, if you carb cycle, it's a form of calorie cycling. You know, some people will say, well, I just compensate by eating more fats and protein, but I don't think a lot of people do that. I think some people just eat more carbs one day and less the next, and that's just calorie cycling, right? So, I mean, the other way that people do this will be around workouts. So maybe they work out 3 times a week. So on those days, they may like more carbs because they feel like they have more energy to do their exercise. So they decide to eat more carbs on the days that they work out, and then they eat less carbs on the days that they don't. So basically that means they eat more calories on the days they work out and less calories on the days that they don't. So again, it is kind of a form of calorie cycling for most people, I think. Obviously seasoned veterans as such may again increase their proteins and fats in order to account for those, but I think the majority of people just do it as a form of calorie cycling. So it doesn't matter which you do really, they're both kind of the same. And essentially all you're doing is eating more some days and less the others. But again, as long as it's the same total amount and it evens out over the week, it makes no difference. And I think more than anything, like obviously, you know, people may use the carb cycling as a way to feel like they have more energy on some days. So that can be a benefit. There's not really a metabolism effect to this. People will say, you know, have cheat days and have refeed days in order to increase your metabolism. It doesn't really work. There's no real evidence, not significantly anyway. It's really more than anything just an adherence thing. So again, if there are days where you can be more social and eat more food and still see results, obviously that's going to make you stick to your plan more, right? And all you have to do that is account for it elsewhere. I do it on a daily basis sometimes. If I'm going out on a Saturday night for food, I'll just eat less in the day leading up to it. I'll have one less meal and maybe I'll skip breakfast the next day. And them 2 meals that I've skipped, they account for the meal that I have that night. But you don't have to do it that acutely if you don't want to. You know, if you eat, for example, 200 calories less a day during the week, that's 1,000 calories extra you can use at the weekend. And it's still the same, right? It's just, think of it like your bank account. You're just saving some calories, like sort of saving these calories here, and you're just using them here. That's all it is. And you know, what's 200 calories a day? I mean, it's not a lot, right? You could probably quite easily cut that down in order to save those 1,000 calories for the weekend, and you know, have your pizza and your ice cream or whatever. So again, just a very, very good adherence tool, and something that I find a lot of people find really beneficial. So just wanted to share that with you guys. If you got some value from this, then as always, please feel free to interact on the posts because I always appreciate it. Hit the like on the video, drop a comment. Maybe you didn't know anything about this. Maybe you do calorie cycling anyway, or maybe you're going to try it. Let me know. It's always cool to hear people's insights and always cool to hear that people will be using the things that I talk about. So please do that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. You should have an option in the top corner of the video to do so, just so you get alerts on new videos, because these videos with free tips are going to be coming thick and fast. So you don't want to miss out on those. And that's it really. Thank you very much as always for tuning in. I hope you got some value from this, and I shall see you next time. Thank you.